Record. Okay. Thank you, Nicole, for getting on Manzolli, now Hassinger. We're going to talk about social media. Now, guys, you're going to want to take a lot of notes. And if you get overwhelmed at all, you know what? Embrace it, because it takes time, right? And especially if you're new, or if you're not new and maybe you feel like a little stuck, I hate to break it to you, but change needs to happen. You can't be afraid of it. It's going to happen regardless. So just start embracing it now. And if I have a stink bug on me again, guys, please let me know. All right, Nicole.
Yo.
Let's just get right into it. So what do you do with social media? You work your business 100% from social media?
Honestly, I'm like, I would say 95% social media, 5% in person. I do love doing parties. I think this whole team, that is something we completely lack at, because it's so nerve-wracking to get into people's houses. But if you guys can just break out of your comfort zone and get into people's houses a little bit more, you'll notice a huge change in your business. But I would say I'm 95% social media. Now I work Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I'm going to talk a little bit about all of those. I am mostly Instagram, and I've gotten to where I am through Instagram, a little bit of Facebook, and a real little bit of TikTok. TikTok's really fun, and you don't have to put too much effort into it to, reap the benefits. So that we're going to kind of talk about that. I know Emily's going to like guide me, because I'm like, I'm all over the place all the time. So, I'm mostly through Instagram, but other social medias too. And then, like I said, parties are like, they're called parties for a reason. If you guys can get into people's houses, there is no way. I mean, Paige, if you're on here, we just did a party a couple days ago, and there was like, Bridget had like 30 people there. It was literally insane. And when people can hear about the products from a person and see them and hold them and try them, and like, it is unbelievable. I've done parties where I did one party for a bridal party, and I brought in like $1,300 BV in like 2 hours, because everyone was just like, I need this, I need this, I need this. And you'll find when you do parties, people don't just buy one thing because they heard about everything and they just want it all. So mostly social media. Get yourself into some people's houses, because it's called a party for a reason, and it's a lot of fun. But we're going to talk social media today.
Awesome. And guys, don't think like, oh, Nicole does TikTok, Facebook, Instagram parties, I have to do all of them. No, don't think, okay, Emily just uses Facebook and Instagram, I have to do both of them. No, like, you need to work trial and error, right? And when you get to a point in your business where you want to go freaking presidential and ambassador and black diamond, then you're going to have to do it all. But you don't need to be, all over the place. You need to focus, and you need to put in the dang work, right?
And that's why we do these trainings. So you could hear how like the people that are successful are working it, and you can kind of find your niche. Like, I'm just weird and like funny and like to do weird things. So TikTok is my jam, because I can make weird videos and make people laugh. And then that's where it comes, where I say, TikTok, you don't have to put too much into it, and you could reap benefits from it, which we'll talk about. But like, if that's not you and you're not like outgoing like me, then focus on Instagram and Facebook. You guys get the point. But that's why we do these trainings, so you can hear all these different points of view, because you don't have to be me, and you don't have to be Emily, and you don't have to be Cassie, and you could be you, and just figure out what works best for you.
Love it. Exactly. Okay, so again, you guys want to take notes, maybe like make a graph, Instagram, Facebook on the other side. You can do like similarities, differences. We're going to try to break it up between each as much as possible, but there are similarities with both, yet they are also very different at the same time. All right, Nicole, let's just start with basics. So we all know that we need to be growing a following in a network daily. How do you do that between the both of them?
So with Instagram, this is something that's like the easiest thing to do in this business, and I feel like everyone overcomplicates this. It's something that's so, so, so simple. So of course, we all know the more people that follow you, the more potentials you have, because that's more people seeing your posts. So when it comes to Instagram, following is so simple. Now I'm going to, in asterisk, star, fireworks, you never, when I give you all these tips, you never want to go to another It Works distributors page. And that's something that I did in the beginning, and that's why I'm clarifying this. So you never want to go to Emily's page or Danielle's page and follow their followers, because those are their potentials, right? You're going to go to someone totally random that's not in It Works at all. And the way that I do it is literally mindless. You can search the name Sarah, search any name. You can search any hashtags, hashtag blue eyes, hashtag graduation, like literally anything. I used to search colleges, and I would try to think of like areas where I know there's not a lot of people that I know and It Works. I don't think I know any top leaders from Montana. So I used to search University of Montana, University of Tennessee, University of, you guys get the point. You guys know we're international. I literally used to Google biggest universities in Australia, and I would search that university. It doesn't matter what you search, as long as you're not going to another It Works distributors page, you're doing it right. Don't get in the mindset of, am I following the right people? Oh, she doesn't really look like she would be good at the business, or she doesn't really look like she would try the products. That is the worst thing you can do, not only for your mindset, but for your business. You cannot judge who would be good at this. You cannot judge who would like our products. Everyone in the world, I liked at conference, someone was on stage talking about our skincare, and he was like, our skincare isn't for men, and our skincare isn't for women. Our skincare is for skin. So if you have skin, you can use it. So stop, putting people into categories of, they might not be good at this, or they might not like our products. Stop doing it. I personally don't follow men, because I think men are annoying. They ask questions that they don't care the answer to. They just really want to sound smart. They're like, what's the biological compensation of the universe tipped upside down? If the sun is trajectory on the repair cream, how is it formulated? And I'm like, you don't even know what you just asked me.
Well, keep in mind that there's a difference, because I know we may have some guys on here, like, coming from a girl building a business, right? We're not coming from like girl power 100%. I mean, of course, but guys can do this business, but in perspective of a girl adding guys and reaching out to them, it is what it is. It just doesn't normally end up, going perfectly and smoothly.
That's totally true. Because, one of the top earners in France is literally a guy. He does not have a girlfriend in the business or anything like that. Guys could be successful. I get guy customers, but when I'm following, I don't go out of my way to look for guys, because I just find that their questions, they just are trying to impress you and sound smart. Sorry guys, but it's true.
And you're not gonna, as girls, we're not gonna relate to them, right? Our posts are not gonna, we're not gonna attract guys. Well, I don't want to get to that, but you know what I'm saying? We're not going to attract guys to our posts for the business. Oh. So, you know what I'm saying?
Brittany's drinking a Capri Sun over here. I am so jealous. I would probably kill for a Capri Sun. Anyways, okay, so then I just go and I follow. It just dawned on her that I was talking to her. Then I just go and follow people that liked a recent post. So say I searched Danielle, and I just went to the first girl that popped up. That's Danielle. What I'm going to do is go to her most recent picture. Okay, I'm not going to go to her followers. I'm going to go to her most recent picture, and then I'm going to go to the people that liked that picture, and I'm going to follow the girls that liked that picture. I do it that way because if you go to her followers, like, some people might not be active, whatever, she just posted that picture, whether it was a month ago, those people are active on that platform, and you're not, wasting follows or whatever on people who aren't active. I mean, that's just common sense. So what I do is I go to their pages, I go to the most recent picture, and I follow the girls that liked that picture. Guys, literally don't overthink this. From there, it's a snowball effect. And then someone from those people you followed followed you back. And then you go to some of their followers and you go to the last picture they posted and you follow some of those people. And then you search a random school again and someone accepts you and you follow some of that. And it's just a snowball effect. This is so simple, so simple. Don't overthink it. You can literally search anything that relates to you. Like hashtag, I used to dance and all growing up, hashtag dancer, like anything you can search. As long as you're not going to another It Works distributors page, you are in the clear. When it comes to Facebook and adding on Facebook, I personally, and I don't know if you do the same thing, I personally do not follow people that come up on the suggested. And here's why. Because 90% of the time, they're probably in It Works because you follow Mark Pentecost and they follow it Mark Pentecost and they're like, oh, this is someone you might know. So I do the same thing with Facebook, literally the same thing. I just go to one of my friends and I go to a recent picture or go look. A lot of people block their friends now, so you can't really do it that way, but someone that's commenting on something, if you're in groups, it's kind of hard because groups have a lot of like rules. So if you're in a group and you could kind of follow, be easy with groups, but I just go to people's pages. Like this one woman, Sheila, she's a customer of mine. She's crazy. She spends like $900 a month. And I just go and I look at people who comment on her posts and then I add them. And it's, again, a snowball effect. It's so simple.
I love what Marie said in the comments. She said she types in her old like hometown and it gets her excited following people and relating to them. Like that is so important. If you want to be a little more intentional with following, follow people you're going to relate to. If you're a mom, search the hashtag mom life. If you're a dog mom, search the hashtag dog mom life, for example, you know, so get a little creative, but you know, for example, I'm not going to go and intentionally follow moms because I'm not a mom, right? And although I enroll moms and I can connect to them in some way, I'm not going to purposely, intentionally do that, if that makes sense. All right, awesome. Is everyone on the same page? Who's awake here? Can we like drop a 1 in the comments if you're paying attention? Because if you're not, you can get off because there's 100 people on here and there's more people who probably want to be on.
Someone asked, they said, Nicole, you have so many followers and only following 200. How? Okay, so this is kind of gonna, you know, get into like as Emily asked more questions, but I do not recommend unfollowing a ton of people until you're at about like at least 7,000 followers. Your following is always gonna be higher than your followers as you're growing your business. I always was following like 7,000 people until just a few months ago when my following got really high. Now, I still follow people every single day, but now that my following's so high, I can unfollow other people. But you want to make sure you're not unfollowing people before they have the chance to follow you back. Do not get wrapped up in your followers versus following. Until you're at like between 7 and 10,000, that should not even be in your brain. However, my rule of thumb is your following should never exceed 1,000 over your followers. You're following every day, right? So your following's going up and up and up and up and up. Once it goes over, once you get to that 1,000 mark, that's when you know, okay, let me spend a few days unfollowing. I feel like there's a dog fight upstairs. I just heard some really weird noise upstairs. Once your following gets 1,000 over your followers, spend a day or two unfollowing, kind of get that number even again, and then start following again. Once you get to like the 7, 8, 9, 10,000 mark, we can chat more about that, but don't even get wrapped up in it. That is something that can really be something that's stuck in your head and overthinking and stuff. Once you get to that mark, it'll all kind of make sense, but until you're there, don't even stress about that.
Perfect. Love that. All right, let's go. Do you want to go into posting or messaging next? You choose, or people can choose.
Well, we're going to talk about both, so I'll just do my posting right now. So I love posting. Like when it becomes something that's like fun, you guys are going to start to love doing it and love making content. I will tell you, I copied and pasted my way to Presidential Diamond, but you have to be intentional with that. Now, I don't go to Emily's page and just copy and paste and put it on my page. I read Emily's captions. I'm like, does this relate to me? Or if it doesn't, how can I change these sentences around to make it relate to me? When I say I copied and pasted the idea and I edited it to be me. So don't feel like you have to come up with all this content. Of course, guys, I made a post, I think yesterday, because 4 years ago yesterday, Craig and I bought our first house, and looking at our first house versus the house we're in now was like unbelievable. And I personally wrote a caption and I got like 15 opportunity texts from it. So when you personally write something, I don't know how, but people just know that it's you. It's like more personal and people can relate to that. So I really encourage you to write your own stuff, but still you can take concepts from everyone else. I personally try to post on my page every day, if not every other. It's so hard to say. Like, the algorithm is a thing. Like, yes, you got to work with it, but at the same time, like Brittany Hayes always says to me, Nicole, likes don't equate to dollars. Who cares how many people like your post? The right people are seeing your post. And it really just like kind of blew my mind, because I'd be like, well, if I don't post for 4 days and then I post, Instagram is going to push me to the top because it's been so long. And she's like, Brittany Hayes posts like 3 times a day on her page. And she's like, I don't care if I get 1 like. It doesn't matter to me because I'm still making a killing. So I really want that to stick in your heads. Don't get caught up in, of course, the algorithm's a thing. And you want to like respect that and work with that, but don't get caught up in the how many likes you're getting, how many comments you're getting, because the right people are seeing your posts. So when it comes to my actual page, about 9 out of 10 posts on my actual page are going to be business posts, life posts about what this business has done for me, what it's done for others. That is really where I get my distributors, is from my page. I will post about story or products sometimes on my page, but it's mostly where I get those, like, you need to join my team because I'm going to help you change your life. That's what my page looks like. You guys can all like feel free to go look and like inspect my page. Everyone always asks to do that. So here's my Instagram. But that's what I'm doing on my page. Now my story is my store. I was a customer before I was a distributor, and I was a customer because I saw a before and after picture and I was like, this looks like me and this is what I want to look like. Let's be real, at the end of the day, people love results pictures, but we don't want to turn our page super spammy, right? Me and Emily don't want your page to look spammy just as much as you don't. When you join this business and you're like, I think I'm going to make a second Instagram because I don't want to bother my friends and turn my page into an advertisement, we don't want that for you just as much as you don't. Your page should still be bright and pretty and fun pictures and being you. There's a really simple way to post pictures the same way you would and put a caption on it. But your story, that's where your results pictures are going to go. That's where you're going to be. And guys, my story does not have much on it right now at all. I was house shopping with my in-laws today. They're looking to move here. So today was a rough day. So if you look at my page right now and you're like, what are you talking about? Your story doesn't have anything on it. Today is a rare day. But my story is where I'm putting those before and after pictures because I know people want to see them. I don't want to clog my page up with them, but they're still getting put in front of them. Here's your biggest tip. I need everyone to listen up right now. So the algorithm is a thing. You know, more people are going to see your posts on your actual page, but the stories on Instagram are the only thing that is still in chronological order. So if I post something and Emily posts something and Danielle posts something and Kaylee posts something and Ari posts something all in a row, that's how it's going to show up on your followers page at the top, right? It's not like, oh, Kaylee comments more on my picture, so I'm going to show her before Danielle, even though Danielle posted before her. That's not how stories work. So this is what I teach my team. This is what I do myself. Put something on your story every hour to 2 hours to bump yourself up to the front. If you're super busy and you're out and you're shopping and you're doing this and you're doing that, and you can't like find a product post or something to put on your story, take a picture of like, I don't know, anything. The sky, oh my gosh, the sky looks beautiful today. It doesn't matter. As long as you get something on your story, you're going to get bumped to the front. So think about, okay, if you're someone who's working a 9 to 5 and you put a video up this morning of you making skinny brew, okay? You put your Skinny Brew video on, and then you don't post all day. You're just getting bumped behind everyone. And Kaylee's here, and Emily's here, and I'm here, and Celeste is here, and everyone's here. You're just getting pushed back. And all of your followers were at work when you posted that. Now, no one's going to see it. But if you can sneak to the bathroom and take a picture of anything and get bumped up to the front, so many people are going to see your story that would not have seen it before. And Danielle, was it you that texted me saying, someone texted me the other day and they were like, posting every hour has like changed my story views. Like they're going through the roof. That's why, because you're getting bumped to the front every time. So posting on my page, that's mostly business. Danielle's like, it wasn't me. That's mostly business. For me, I throw some products posts in every once in a while, but my story is where I'm all about talking about the products and before and after pictures. And please link your Facebooks to your Instagram, and you can, without even pressing a button, everything you put on your Instagram story is going to automatically load to your Facebook story. So you just go to your settings, like link the two of them, and then there's like a setting you could flick on that says like automatically load to Facebook stories. And everything you put up will automatically do it. It will save you so much time.
So do you post before and after pictures on Facebook? Do you think the two are different in that way?
Absolutely. Yes. Facebook is so different. Like blow your Facebook up. Like you could put before and after pictures on your page. Don't think about your page looking spammy when it comes to Facebook, because it's just so, they're polar opposites. They really are. So I will put before and after pictures up on my page. I love writing like simple captions or whatever, and then putting before and after pictures in the comments. Like Facebook's a lot different, and you just do your thing on Facebook. And on Instagram, that's where we really make it that super pretty. And then your story's like, well, bam, here's all the results.
Yeah. So guys, kind of just to break it down, Instagram is definitely more of like a blogger style. When you go and look at someone's Instagram, the first thing that stands out to you are their pictures and how it looks, the aesthetic of it, right? So for me, I was never into that stuff ever. Am I huge into it? Not really. I think that, I love taking pictures and I love sharing, yada, yada, yada. But I personally have never just been into the blogger, like very aesthetic style, right? But I'm doing it, right? I stepped out of my comfort zone. I have like a preset, whatever, I'm doing it. So if you want to work Instagram, you have to be willing to make a simple change. Make sure your pictures are brighter. You're using kind of the same filter. If you're going to use a filter on a picture on Instagram, you have to use the same filter on all the rest of them. And it kind of does go the same for Facebook, right? But Facebook is very interactive. So what I mean by the same is like you want your pictures that you post on Facebook to still be bright and clear, right? But it's different because I would never post a before and after picture on my Instagram. If I do, it's very rare. I keep it up for a few hours or 24 hours max, and then I archive it or delete it. But I hope
I kind of want to jump in. Now, with that being said, we say bright pictures and fun pictures and stuff, but don't get wrapped up in I have to look like perfect in all my pictures and I need to have my hair done and my makeup done. Guys, people relate more to real people and struggle more than they do to success. So don't get wrapped up in I think for a while, a lot of people, not just on this team, but big people in this company, were getting wrapped up in I don't look like Cassie, I don't look like Nay, I don't look like Emily, I can't be successful at this. And that's so not true. Like and we're going to get into I'll just start talking about it. You guys want to have like a brand for yourself. You are you. You don't have to be anyone else. You don't have to be super thin. You don't have to be blonde. You don't have to have long hair. Like you are you for a reason. And you have to take advantage of that. If you're a mom, like post a picture with your hair like this and you're like, this is fucking mom life. Like whatever, it is what it is. And people are going to relate to that. So don't get caught up in I always have to look perfect or I always have to, you know what I'm saying? Be you and make a brand for yourself. I love champagne. I get DMs constantly of people holding up champagne glasses and they're like, I bought this because you told me to on your story. Like champagne and teeth whitening. That's my brand. Like everyone DMs me about what I use for my teeth whitening. So figure out what it is for you. If you're a mom, like, be a mom, and don't feel like you have to fit this certain mold to be this person to be at the top, because you really don't. Just figure out what you like and talk about it a lot. Put it in your bio. Be fun. Literally just be, I'm super weird, and like I do weird things on my story, and like it is what it is. And people like that. People like when people are genuine and people are them. So if I can encourage and teach you anything on this Zoom, it's to be yourself. Don't get caught up in the, I have to look like this, I have to do this. Just take bright pictures, and you'll be good. Like, make life posts, put on your story, and you'll be successful. But don't get caught up, because I think a lot of us spend a lot of time, oh, I don't look too thin in this picture, I can't really post this, I can't really post this. And we spend so much time overthinking it, when, I mean, let's talk about Demi Lovato. She posted all these beautiful pictures, and then she posted one where her cellulite was showing on her legs, and she got like double of what she normally gets. Now, I'm not saying go post all these crazy pictures, but just realize that being a real person and being you, and not being completely perfect in absolutely everything, is going to go so far. So please do not get caught up in the, I need to look a certain way and live a certain way for people to relate to me.
There's also, if any of you are if you're listening, you're like, I'm kind of going through this, but I'm lost. Like, you don't know, like, maybe your upline you love. She's very helpful, but maybe you don't really relate to her and her lifestyle, right? Today I have a DT, and she's older. She's in her like late 30s or early 40s, and she's a mom. I go, hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you are older than me and you have children, so I'm going to give you different people to follow besides me, right? And so if you guys are lost in that aspect, ask around, ask your upline, ask us, whatever. If someone you can follow that, or more people that you can follow that you relate to, because that one person that you find that inspires the crap out of you is going to make a game changer. All right.
Thank you. The dogs were coming through the ceiling, so I muted myself.
Okay, as far as a preset, so basically what a preset is, it's a set filter. You use the app called Lightroom, and you could get a preset from like Etsy, or a lot of Instagram bloggers sell presets. I got mine from Etsy. You buy it on Etsy, you upload it to Lightroom, and you basically copy and paste it on your photo. Do you need one? No. If you want one, all for it. I'm not stopping you. My best advice is to YouTube how to use a preset. That's literally what I did. That's like what I did. And it's very simple. But other than that, I use Pick Tap Go. I think I've used that since I started this business.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think either of us, like, she didn't get a preset till she was ambassador, and I didn't get a preset till I was presidential. So don't get, caught up in that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Guys, we can go through and answer questions after. I'm not ignoring them. I just don't want to be on for like 72 hours. All right. So posting, got that down. Let's see. Actually, I saw one question. Okay. Private or public on Instagram?
This kind of goes back to the amount of followers you have. I think that you should be private until you hit like 5,000 followers. And I don't know if you agree with this, but here's why. When you're growing your following, okay, and let's be real, like, I hate all things negative, but let's be real. Someone heard from Susan's uncle's cousin's dog, their tree in their backyard told them that it works as a scam, okay? So you follow someone and they see you posting Skinny Brew on your story, they're not even going to give you the chance because their uncle's cousin's dog's brother's sister's cousin from Italy said that this didn't work. So they're not even going to give you a shot, right? But if you're private, you're creating mystery. Someone's like, who is this person? Do I know them? And why are they following me? And then they follow you back to see who you are. The chances of them unfollowing you versus not following you back because they already know are very, very slim. Like, if they see that right away, they might be like, I'm not, she's just trying to sell me something. But if they're like, who is this? wait, is this Susie from school? And then you're not, but they still gave you a shot. This is what happened with Christy Sharkovich. This is literally what happened. She's like, if I knew you were selling your works, I probably wouldn't have followed you back because you were private. I did. Now she's a double diamond on the team. So until you have like about 5,000 followers, I recommend being private. You're creating that mystery. People are going to follow you back. And then once you have about that many followers, you're starting to look like a very important person on Instagram. Why are 5,000 people following this person? You know, maybe I should be following this person. Who knows 5,000 people? And then you create more of like a influencer, like established page. And then it's kind of a little bit different. But until you reach about 5, I suggest staying private.
Yeah. I go back and forth. So if I am kind of struggling on getting followers, I go through phases sometimes. I will go private, but when I post, you know, I really want to get my post out there and put hashtags, and hashtags aren't going to matter if it's private. So I'll go public, post, leave it public for like 48 hours, and then I'll go private and follow people. So I kind of just like go back and forth, but I agree, especially in the beginning with building your followers, I would keep it private.
I like that you said that because a lot of people don't know that. Guys, if you're a private account, don't waste your time figuring out hashtags because they mean nothing if you're private. Because a hashtag is, okay, a bunch of people are looking for mascara. So I'm going to hashtag mascara and look at their post. If you're private and they're not following you, they can't see your post. You're not even going to show up. So if you're private, if you're not at that mark yet, don't waste your time doing hashtags because they're not going to show you because you're a private account. A lot of people don't know that.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Who on here is semi-new? It doesn't really matter how long you've been in for, and maybe posting isn't your strong suit, or you're too afraid of what your followers are going to think. Drop a 1. Let's be honest up in here. Or drop a 1 if that was you when you started.
1.
Or you went through that. I'm going to drop like 17 1.
Yeah, I'd put 1.
I like the yup. Okay. Nicole, what you got?
Okay, so I'm guilty. I made a new Instagram when I joined. I didn't listen to anyone because I thought as a new distributor, I knew nothing, but I thought I knew better than the people that were successful. Drop a 2. If you think that sometimes, if you think, okay, I've been in for a day, I know way more than Nicole, so I'm just not going to listen to her. Guys, we would never steer you in the wrong direction. And I could say this because I'm guilty as charged. I made a new Instagram, okay? And I didn't get any customers my first like 3 weeks. And then I'm like, okay, I joined this to make money and get customers. I'm going to try my personal account that they told me to. And I did it and I got customers like that same day. So it's super important to just remember you're working this business into your life, not working your life around this business. I just said, you still need to have a brand for yourself, right? You start a new Instagram, you're starting with 0 followers, you're starting with nothing. Like, be on your personal page and be excited about this. Don't let anyone get in your head. And I really forgot what the question was. What?
Gosh.
Shut.
You know, being nervous or afraid to post, okay. And you know, about what your followers, your friends and family are going to think.
Okay, so I'll just tell you a little bit about me. So, when I joined this, almost all of my friends, my mom, my family, they thought I was crazy. I was in top 150 income earners, paid for my wedding in cash because of this business. And on my wedding day, my mom had to send a text message to my uncles that said, please know it works talk today. Okay, so I was making over $10,000 a month. I was making more than my uncles combined. And my mom had to send that text. And guess what? It fueled my fire. So if you guys are scared about what people think about you, just remember that they don't pay your bills, okay? It's okay to be nervous, but it's just a comfort zone thing. Like, nothing great comes in your comfort zone, right? Nothing great. That's why you joined this. That's why you stepped out of your comfort zone so that you can change your life. There are going to be people with opinions. My favorite saying, I would tattoo this on my arm. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. You know, get married. Don't get married. Someone's going to tell you you're doing something wrong. Have kids before you get married. Have kids after you get married. Guess what? You're doing something wrong. Buy a house, get an apartment. You're doing something wrong to someone, right? Dye your hair purple, dye your hair black. Someone's got an opinion. So it's okay. And that's life. And that's what makes the world the world. If we all thought the same thing, if we were all had the mindset to be good at this, everyone in the world would be doing this. And then where would we be? We wouldn't have any customers to get because everyone would be distributors. And that's what makes the world the world. There's got to be people that, you know, don't believe in stuff like that. Don't be scared to put yourself out there, because there are so many more people out there that need this business and that need these products. And if you're letting, you know, what people think of you or anything like that holding you back, you are holding this opportunity and these products back. I love saying this. I love when people tell me this. You are doing a disservice to your followers. If you're not sharing this, you're disservicing other people. And I truly believe that. And I know Emily believes that too. And once you truly believe that, that's when your business is going to change. You're disservicing that mom on your page that is struggling to put food on the table. If you're not talking about this because your best friend thinks you're crazy, you are disservicing that mom. And you have to think about it that way. So I can go on and on about this, and I'm trying to like not talk as much, but it's okay to be nervous about what people think of you. That's the world we grew up in. But self-development is everything. And this business is 80% mindset and 20% skill. And once you start getting in that mindset that it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you but you, and that's what self-development does, because believe me, I created a new Instagram. I cared what everyone thought about me. And now I'm at a point where anyone could say anything to me and it doesn't hurt me anymore. And that took years. So I'm not saying you're going to wake up tomorrow and be like, whoa, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Like, I'm the best person ever. That's not going to happen. And that's okay. Don't think you're broken, because that's not how it works. But that's where self-development comes in every single day. I'm going to go off a little from the social media aspect of this, but self-development, please be intentional with it. Britt Grimes and I talk about this all the time. The first 3 years of my business, I thought I was doing self-development. I'd put a YouTube video on and I'd be working, and I don't know if you guys are like me, but like I can't multitask. So like I'm right here. And then I would watch a whole YouTube video and think I retained something, and I didn't get any of it just because it was playing. I would play audiobooks and I'd be like, I read 42 books this month, but I didn't even know one word that happened in the book. So what Britt Grimes and I started doing is listening to audiobooks and then having a hard copy book to follow along with. And just be intentional with your self-development. We do 1 chapter a day. You can do more, of course, but 1 chapter a day. And oh my gosh, it's so funny. We'll text each other and be like, I learned more in the last 10 minutes than I have in the last 2 years. So when it comes to self-development and growing your mind, be really intentional with it and actually listen to what you're listening to. And that's when you're going to start notice not only your business changing because you're becoming more of a positive person, but your relationships in your life and your 9-to-5 job that you hate so much. But now that you're becoming more of a positive person, your whole aspect of life is becoming better. So it's okay. It's okay to care what people think. But as you go on this business, you will learn to be a stronger person, and it will all get a lot easier. But you have to work at it.
Love that. Y'all have so much value to give this world. You wouldn't be here if that wasn't true. All right. If there's any top leaders on here who have the directions for the influencer linked tree, can you drop it for these ladies? If not, we can post it in the pages after this. Okay, so reaching out to people, messaging, post to post, whatever it is to get potentials. How important is it? What is your best advice, your favorite tips, tricks, etc.?
So I speak for Emily and myself when I say this, we would be nowhere in this business if it was not for messaging. We reach out to people every single day and offer the products or the business or whatever you want to do. But it is a scary thing in the beginning, and that's okay. This is just like the creating a new Instagram. I was so scared. Put a 1 in the comments if you were scared to send people a message because you thought you were going to bother people, right? You will be amazed at how many people answer my messages and they're like, I'm so glad you messaged me. I've been terrified to reach out to you because you're a stranger. I still get messages where they're like, can you tell me more about Skinny Brew? I'm so sorry. This is totally random. Like, don't think I'm weird. And I'm like, if you read any of my posts, I'm like, please message me. I'm literally begging people to message me. And people are still scared to reach out. That's why we reach out. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you messaged me. I've been so nervous to message you. You'll get people who don't answer. Guess what? You planted a seed. Now that person is like, wait, what is she selling? Even if they don't answer, what is she selling? What is she talking about? What do you do? Like, and they're thinking about you, right? Some people are going to say, no, thanks, I'm not interested. You can answer however you want to answer. I just say, no problem. If you're interested in the future, I'm always here for questions. There's other ways you can answer, whatever you want to say, but that's what I do. And there's going to be people who unfollow you because you message them. No problem at all. No problem at all. No matter what happens with a message, you are putting yourself out there and you are asking other people. And you'll be amazed with consistency on your page how many people are going to say, I'm so glad you messaged me. I get tons of customers from messaging and reaching out. And it's a simple, nice message. I just say, hey, I don't know, whatever. Everyone says something different, but this is off the top of my head. Hey, I was looking at your page and I think you would really love our products. I would love to tell you more and maybe figure out what products would be best for you. I can give you wholesale pricing. Would you be interested in hearing more? Like, so simple. Of course, reach out to your upline for like an exact message because that was off the top of my head. You're probably like, that was just, so super simple. I reach out to people every single day, okay? The way that I do it so that I never miss a person is if you've never messaged before, you're going to go all the way down to your followers and work your way up. And once you catch up, when new people follow you, they'll be at the top. It all goes in order. But I have literally messaged every single one of my followers because I go up my list and that's how you'll never miss someone. Everyone asks, do you message for distributors? At this point, I do not. However, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I went from double to triple in 2 months. And during those 2 months, I was messaging for distributors. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. At this point, my life posts, I always have people reaching out. I currently have 19 opportunity texts. So like if you are intentional and you are super yourself on your story, people are going to start to reach out. Everything I'm talking about though comes with consistency. You cannot work this business 3 days out of the month and expect to make millions of dollars. This is with consistency. You can't not post about anything about the business or anything about the products and send someone a message and expect them to say, I'm so glad you messaged me. Like if you're not talking about the products on your page, they have no idea what you're talking about. So everything that I'm talking about tonight has to do with consistency. You have to be consistent with posting. You have to be consistent on your page. Host post. This is how I do host post. On Instagram, I do host to post stories because Instagram's like a sacred like social media. People aren't going to want to post on their page just like they would on Facebook. Like Facebook is so different. People will post right on their page for you. But Instagram, I've found that so many people don't want to do that. So I do stories. I tell them it has to be up for 24 hours. I personally love the cleanse. That's my jam. So I do a cleanse story. And if I really need distributors, I'll do a cleanse story and a now hiring story. And I'm just like, hey, throw these 2 pictures up on your story and tag me and you'll get an entry. And then in those, I always say text opportunity to, and I put my phone number. Text cleanse to, and I put my phone number. On Facebook, super easy on Facebook. So easy on Facebook. Emily should probably talk more about this when it comes to host posts on Facebook, but something so simple like, hey, my friend Nicole is looking for someone who wants to lose an average of 30 pounds in the next 90 days. If you're interested, drop a comment below. Nicole will reach out to you. Something like that. Again, reach out to someone for an exact message and they'll put that right on your page. And then I comment results pictures in the comments. And I post on my page. Okay. So I love doing giveaways with something I can hold. like when you can hold up Amazon gift cards or Target gift cards or an iPad, whatever you're giving away, if you can physically take a picture with something and post it, that's going to take you so much farther than just posting a selfie. Of course, that's not always possible for everything that we give away. Like, I don't have a Gucci belt, and we gave away a Gucci belt a couple months ago, and I don't have one to hold up. So it's okay if you don't, but if it's something that you can, go to Target and get yourself in an aisle. Nicole K threw herself in a carriage, I call them carriages, buggies, you South people, whatever you call them, carts. I literally said carriage to someone in South Carolina the other day. She goes, "What did you say to me?" I'm like, oh my gosh. So carts, buggies, carriages, whatever. She literally threw herself in one of them and took a picture with a Target gift card. It was the cutest thing ever. So if you have that, get yourself ready and go take a picture like that, because that will go really far. People will instantly be like, why is she holding a gift card? Is she giving one away?
Awesome. Okay, so when it comes to quantity, as far as messaging or getting potentials, because guys, listen, I have people on my team, all they do is host a post. I have people on my team, all they do is cold message. I have people like me, I do everything that I possibly can because I'm red. I just want to freaking do as many things as I can until I drive myself insane. I don't know why I feed through that, but that's just me, right? Yeah. So don't think that you have to do something that you know deep down inside you don't want to do, right? And that's okay. But the point is you got to be putting in the work, right? So I always get this question all the time. How many people do you message a day? How many host posts do you get? How many messages or host posts do you get out? My best advice to answer this question, because I'm sure so many people are wondering, is focus on getting people's numbers and getting the amount of posts for host posts up. So instead of saying, some days for me, I can message 100 people and get 3 LCs. Some days I'll message 100 people and get none. So I tell people to be goal oriented. You message or you reach out until you get 10 host posts up, for example. You message or you reach out until you get 5 to 10 new numbers or new DMs or new potentials talking about the business opportunity or the products daily, right? So focus on being goal oriented and not necessarily task oriented, but both.
And also remember that, like, you need to reward yourself for not only signing people up. Of course, that's the goal of everything, but just there's a lot of things that come into this business. If you get 10 potentials, that's a freaking win. Like, I think people get so caught up in I didn't get any customers today, I didn't get any distributors today, I suck today. If you got 5 new numbers, like, that's a win. And I think we all need to celebrate that. Of course, again, signing LCs and signing DTs is the bread and butter of this, but there's wins along the way. And I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for what we're doing. If you get 10 host posts up a day, like, that's awesome. Push for 20, push for 30, but give yourself a congratulations and a pat on the back. I think we're all really hard on ourselves when it comes to that. And just realize that 5 new numbers, 10 new numbers, that's a successful day. And guess what? That's going to be 5 customers, whether it takes a month or 2, because you're going to be consistent with your follow-ups, right? Whether it takes a month or 2, those are 5 new people you have in your organization and 5 new customers that are coming down the road. So don't be so hard on yourself and celebrate those wins along the way.
Love that. Okay, super quick. You mentioned the follow-up about the follow-up. The follow-up is fortune and everything. Really quick, because I know you want to talk about TikTok.
Okay. This has been a game changer for me, and take it from me. Now that I talk, I've done all the things wrong, but it's okay. I sucked at follow-ups. Drop a 1 if you sucked at follow-ups. If you still suck at follow-ups, it's okay. This is your time that you're going to change this. Okay. Right now, you're going to tell yourself this is the day. Tomorrow is going to be the day. Okay. Next day follow-ups has been a game changer for me. I just remember, okay, I've always had more followers than Nay. And Nay has always enrolled more than me. And I actually remember, you said this to me, like, what is different here? Like, what is different? Why do I have more followers than Nay and she's signing more people than me? because she was following up and I wasn't. So I asked her what exactly she does. So I do next day follow-up. To every number I get today, they're going to get written on my planner on tomorrow's date. Here's my planner. It's my favorite. You can get it on Amazon. You got to get this design. It's called Day Designer, but you want to look for this striped one because every day has its own page. Like every page is its own day. That's what I love about it. So I write down every number I got today on tomorrow's date, and tomorrow I'm going to text everyone. Here's why. You're fresh in their head. People, like, there's nothing worse. If you've been in this for a little bit, you know, there's nothing worse than getting a number on a Sunday, and then you wait till Friday, and you follow up, right, on Friday, and people are like, new phone, who dis? And you're like, what the fuck do you mean? We had a great conversation. You were supposed to buy the triple threat today. What do you mean, who's this? And you get, like, upset. If you do next day follow-ups, you are still so fresh in their head. And you're just like, hey, did you get my last message? Or, hey, do you have any questions I can answer for you? It makes it so simple. And that's going to change your enrollments big time. Now, I'm not saying I follow up the next day and never text them again. Then, you know, they get on a more like spread out pattern. But I always text everyone the next day. Guys, do this. It takes 21 days to cause a habit. You have to force yourself to do this. You have to. I remember about a year ago, Nay called me and was like, you're never going to guess what I did last night. And I'm like, ooh, Nay, what'd you do? And she's like, I went to bed without writing down the phone numbers I got today for follow-ups. And I was like, you're a badass. But that's how consistent she is. That's how consistent she is. And that's why she's in the top 20 income earners. Because she does not go to bed until she writes down all those phone numbers. And it was a big deal when she didn't. So you have to do it 21 days to cause a habit. Change it right now. Okay, I'm going to be more dedicated to follow-ups. Emily knows all the quote or all the statistics about follow-ups with Grant and how many people don't follow up and how many leads you're losing. You guys have to be following up. It's so, so, so important. Just do it. Just do it. And I use the Reach app. I like Reach. Connect is great. The Connect app, you can send out a lot of follow-ups. The only thing with the Connect app is you can't pause yourself. So if you're sending 100 follow-ups, like you got to send them all right there or whatever. With the Reach app, you could stop and pause in the middle, and that's why I use Reach. But you can do whatever you want to do. But just, you have to follow up. You have to.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. If you want to start something tonight, start following up. Because you can't possibly follow up if you're not posting, messaging, and following people, right? Because then you ain't got no potentials. So I personally feel as if follow-up is literally one of the most important things.
Okay, let's put this into perspective. I went to Target the other day, and there was, all I wear is jumpsuits. I live my life in jumpsuits, okay? So it was like in the pajama section, the softest jumpsuit. I was like, I will wear this every single day. Then I was like, $30, I don't think I really need it. And I thought about it for 3 days. And I went back, and guess who bought it? Me. So I said, I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. And that's why we do follow-ups. Because I went back and I bought it, right? If they're interested once, they're going to be interested for life. Some people are scared to say, I don't even have $36 in my bank account to buy your cleanse right now. And then you follow up with them a couple days later and you caught them on the right time where they're like, you know what? I just got paid. I really want to do this and I'm going to do it. But if you never follow up with them, guess what? I'm right around the corner and I'm going to follow them and I'm going to sign them up and you're going to lose your customer. So follow up with people because there's someone else right around the corner that will sign them up because they are interested.
Love it. All right. We went through a lot. If we missed a question, I do apologize, but I don't want to keep you guys on forever. And I want Nicole to talk a little bit about TikTok because y'all know that's the thing right now.
TikTok is so fun. However, if you are not disciplined, do not get TikTok. And I'm wholeheartedly mean that. TikTok is very, very great for business, but if you find yourself right now getting caught in the scroll on Instagram and Facebook, do not, I repeat, do not download TikTok. You have to be very disciplined for it. It's very easy to get caught up in TikTok and caught up watching funny videos. I am super disciplined when it comes to TikTok. I literally give myself 10 minutes a day to watch other videos. Literally, that's what I do, 10 minutes a day, because you can, if you watch TikTok, you'll see people who are like I've neglected my entire house. I got fired from my job because all I do is watch TikToks. That's what will happen if you're not disciplined. But I think of content and I put it on TikTok and I refrain myself from scrolling through it and everything. I throw business posts. If you're on TikTok, you can go look at my page. It's the same as my Instagram, Nicole Manzolli. I put funny stuff in and then I put a business post in. I constantly have my phone blowing up with opportunity text because that's what I talk about on TikTok. It's like make those fun ones where you're like, oh, I'm glad I just brought myself to this. This comes to Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. People relate more to struggle than they do to success. Don't feel like you have to be making $1 million an hour to be successful with this. Can you all put in the comments the dollar amount that you joined this business for? Like the dollar amount. Mine was $200 a month. Danielle, yes, it's blue and white with stripes. Okay. $100, $300, damn, savage, $20,000, Sarah. I like it. $300, $500, $200 to $300, $300. You guys are getting the point. $100, $500, $100, $1,000, $500, $200, $1,000, $500, $2,000, $1,000, $500. You guys heard me say $500 a lot, right? $500, $500, $500. People join this business for $500 a month. So why do you think you have to be making $20,000 a month to get people to sign up with you? That's not why people join. People join for $500 a month. Talk about pumping gas. Talk about going out with your friends. Talk about paying your electric bill, your cell phone bill. Stop thinking you have to buy a Mercedes and a massive house to sign people up. That's not how it works. People relate more to struggle than they do to success. If someone can't put gas in their car and they see me posting my fancy car, they're going to be like, cool, like have fun. I can't even put gas in my car that breaks down all the time. Am I right or am I right? Guys, get out of this mindset. Get out of it. People want $500 a month. When they get into the business, then it grows. Okay, now I want $2,000. Now I want $20,000. Now I want $50,000. That's a mindset that grows when you join this business, not a mindset that people have before they join this business. So if you're getting on TikTok and you're talking about the business, you do the little, yep. If you're on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. Like just talk about the little things. I never have to stress about putting gas in my car again. I never have to ask my mom to help me pay for my cell phone bill again. I never have to blah, 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 blah. Just talk about the things that this has done for you or is going to do for you, and people will relate to it. But mix in some fun stuff in the middle. Like do weird stuff. Like don't make your TikTok all business. That's how you're going to gain followers on TikTok. By talking about or by doing stupid things. Let me show you exactly what I mean when I say do stupid things. And then I think you guys are all going to be like, oh, TikTok's really cool. This is what I did last night. So stupid. Like dumb shit. Like, you know how many followers I got from that video? Like 200, because it was just stupid. So in the middle of your, throw in your business and throw in fun, be very disciplined with TikTok, but you don't have to go live all the time. You don't have to make all this crazy good content. Just be you. And I'm effortlessly signing tons of people from TikTok I probably put 15 minutes into TikTok a day. And
Can I chime in?
Yeah, go for it.
So I want to reiterate, when Nicole says be you, I know that was confusing for me for a long time, because being me is like, I want to make $1 million and rule the freaking world. And that's okay if that is you too. I like inspiring people, right? But what she means by that, for example, is you guys, you comment some hobbies that you love to do, or maybe some strengths that you have that you're good at, or you have some talents. Comment. Y'all have some talents. I know you do. Why are these so slow? You guys are way too hard on yourself. All right. Makeup, hair, skin, whatever you're good at doing. I don't care what it is, right? For me, again, my hobby is like I'm kind of crazy and I want to rule the world. So I take advantage and I use Aaron because Aaron's a canine cop, and I post a lot about my dogs, right? And I take advantage of that, and I'm consistent with this. So that's what people know me. People know me. That's how they know me, right? So if you're good at makeup, post some tips. You give value to people. That is the best advice I can possibly give you guys. Like, you need to be throwing value at people every single freaking day. I am 100% a culprit of this. I need to get better at. I started with cooking. I don't know why. It makes no sense. Came out like less than a month ago. I never used to cook. Now I love to cook. So people swipe up. They want recipes all the time. I'm giving, right? You're good at hair. Give tips about hair, even if it's the smallest thing. Anyone's good at makeup, like send me all the freaking tips. I don't even know the basics of it, but people love free stuff. Especially value is so freaking important. You know, when you go on Pinterest and like you see a picture where it's like the craziest fact ever about something, like a cleaning supply, and you're like, I've never heard that you can use ice on gum that's sticking to your jeans or whatever it is to take it off. You're mind blown. It's the best day ever, and you're just super excited. That's just an example. It went a little far, but you guys get you guys picking up what I'm putting down here.
Okay, you know what really changed my Instagram over the last couple of months, and this goes back to, by the way, for the amount of people on here, the amount of, like Emily said, things you're good at is way too low. Put what you're I'm sorry, someone put sleeping.
Taylor.
Put what you're good at, and then there you go. That's your brand, like right there. I don't know the first thing about makeup, and I literally have a DM right now that says, I just watched something about a teeth whitener, and I'm obsessed at how beautiful and classy your eye makeup is. Can you please do a makeup tutorial? I don't know if it's
I'm sure 90% of you on here are really good at ordering from Amazon. Post
okay.
what you order.
So this is what I'm trying to get at. I was like, okay, we're building on Instagram. What do we all want to do? And who do we all follow? Bloggers, right? I'm sure everyone has bloggers that you follow, and you're like, ooh, I love her clothes. I love her this. I love her that. Okay, so what I did is I found one blogger that I absolutely love, and I studied her Instagram for like a week. And I was like, what is she doing? Why does she have so many followers? And then you know what I realized? She adds value to my life. She teaches me where to get the best leggings. She teaches me how to make whatever, like buffalo cauliflower. I can't even tell you how many people DM me about the buffalo cauliflower that I make all the time. I'm just not only talking about our products and talking about our business, I'm talking about other things in between. And that's where it makes it effortless. Watch what bloggers are doing and mimic what they're doing. I literally, like Emily said, I'll buy something off Amazon. The other day I bought that mirror from Kirkland's at like 2 a.m. and I posted my receipt in my email, and I was like, 2 a.m. online shopping got me again. Tons of people swiped up, and they're like, dude, this is my whole life. Like, don't just talk about the products. Don't just talk about our business. Talk about other things. And that's when you'll start noticing so much interaction, when you're adding value to their life other than what we can give them financially and what we can give them with products. Boom. I went from 13,000 followers to 17,000 followers in like a month and a half because I started posting like a blogger. I started putting stuff on my story, telling people how I make my low carb chips with my guacamole and how I make my buffalo cauliflower and all of that stuff. And literally my Instagram blew up. So figure out what you can give back to your followers and ask questions. Like, I put a new picture up in my bathroom and I was like, do you guys like this? And like, it's little stuff like that. People are going to love it. Add value to their life. I like that you said that.
Thanks. All right. Thank y'all for getting on, and the 76 people who stayed on. Nala currently found a stink bug, another one, because I threw the other one out, and is tossing it in the air right now. So I'm going to go. Thank you all for getting on. I hope you enjoyed it. I got a lot of information, and let's rock March, because March is
no excuses. You guys got like 20 more days or some shit like that. I don't know math. I don't even know how many days are in March. No excuses, guys. Get to work. Bonuses are on the line. Stop getting in your own head that you can't be good at this and you don't do this and you can, like, stop the excuses. I was working 65 hours a week as a triple diamond in top 150. If I could do it, you could do it. Get out of your own head. Get to work. Implement everything. And just no excuses. Tell your family members, okay, you might not see me a lot this month, but we're going to make a lot of money and we're all going to hang out soon. Okay? And you're going to buy them all drinks. Tell them that. Okay. Love you all.
Good night, guys.